Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Very excited for tonight, and I'll go into why in just a second, as you can see on my screen here. As well, a couple little housekeepings before we get into our 1K Wallet Challenge video. Please do like and subscribe down below, and the links are all down below as well. And if you do have a moment, hit this notify me button. If you've heard about or are interested in getting some answers on what Flex IRA is, then tonight is going to be a really great show for you. So Hidden and I will be have a special guest, Bill from Flex IRA. So this is a project that I brought to you guys first in the Blockchain After Hours, so it was only fitting that he came and visited us there live on camera, I believe, too. Basically, just looking to go and see what's going on right now. Basically, there's no more new deposits. There is a little bit of opportunities in spots. Really, basically, if you're looking to put 5K or more inside right away, especially after you hear what we're talking about tonight, then please DM me. There is a chance we have a couple of ways to get people in, but very, very little. And like I said, it's only with 5 or 10K or above kind of deposits. So looking for very serious investors for this one. But otherwise, there's basically no way to get into this one now for now. We'll talk about that there. Not to dwell on that too long. So hit that notify me, and hopefully we'll see you tonight in about 6 hours-ish at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So let's head off to the sheet here. Oh, before I get going on that, sorry, the other thing as well is basically just a little note or thing to note. We've launched our protocol, Ludo and I, called Vaultec. Basically, it's taking the idea of this 1K wallet challenge, but doing it in a little bit of a bigger scale. So we're taking, obviously, larger amounts of money. We're being a lot more conservative on where we're putting it than things like, prosperity gems or whatever. So we're doing a little bit of a balance, obviously, between our anchors, which will be iBots and Warfi, as well as a few other protocols that we'll be adding to it as well, including a crypto bot that we have access to that is exclusive access, as well as a creative wealth bot, which again we have exclusive access to. So some really neat things there to hopefully grow our bags. We will be compounding, although the way I'm running this video series is we do not compound until we've kind of ROI'd. With this one here, we will be compounding because we're already getting in with a larger amount of money. We want to compound some of those earnings, sometimes in different legs, but compound those earnings, and we're only paying out a smaller amount, but that amount should grow as our treasury grows. So pretty neat. Otherwise, joining me here, as you can see, basically right now, because of how the returns are going with some of these legs, really Wolf Capital's kind of our most G-Gen move, if you will, and it's giving us the best returns. And hopefully that will continue. Obviously, there's some risk involved with this, but it's going. Stable Invest is doing all right. It's back up and running, and we have that invested, so we'll go through that a little bit. Obviously, iBots is doing great. For the first time and last time probably ever, I will have a little bit of a discussion about Prosperity Gem Ventures and what's going on right now. So just some quick little notes at the very end of this. If you don't want to listen to it, stop the video at that point. If you do want to listen to it, it's there if you need it. I'll just talk to a few things that status right now, I guess, if you will, just in case that is of interest to you. So on that note, we just pulled out, as I said, 666 from Wolf Capital, so I just did that claim now. As you can see, there's a few cents that I've already accumulated. Really not much to say about this, other than I will be doing a standalone video soon. There is an NFT part of this protocol that's coming out soon. That would be its own standalone video. That's not something this wallet challenge would invest in, just because we kind of don't do NFTs for now. Maybe once we've built our 8 legs, we can diversify in other things, but for now we're keeping it kind of with simple protocols. iBot's doing its thing. So we got $9 in the last month and a bit, I think, since we started. So since around April 24th. So yeah, a little bit over a month there now. And yeah, doing great. We've got $9, so about 3%, 3-4%-ish is what we've earned. And it just keeps going. Nothing wrong with it. The TVL keeps growing, which is nice to see. And they have added a new feature, which we will not use for this video series, but I will do, again, a standalone video and talk about it. But basically, there's a new auto compounder. So basically, that will occur when your earnings are above $25 or more. And basically, yeah, it'll just automatically happen for you at that point. So there's no coming in and compounding manually. So just a neat little option there for you if you are kind of using this more of a bank account or a savings account, that you can kind of just let that run and do its thing and grow without too much interaction with it. Discord is getting busier as our TVL is growing. Lots of great interaction there. Crypto Labs did a fantastic AMA with me on this one, and basically the best way that he explained it, actually one of the best ways, is just no drama, Just put your money in and let your money grow. Yeah, it's a little slower than some stuff, but sometimes slower is way better because you're not worrying about your principal and staying up at night wondering what's going to happen with your funds. On to this one here, another stable, it's called Stable Invest, so of course it is. So as you can see, the returns have gone down a little bit. We're at 8% per month, and I've locked in for 10 months, just because I trust him. He's been quite vocal with me, and we've had some good chats. So basically monthly, this one's paying out 8%, but it's only being done monthly now, so we can only pull out kind of monthly. And our total in the 10 months will be $200. So every month we should see around $20 then for 10 months come out of it, and we'll pull that out and add it to our thing until we've ROI'd on this one. So other than that, on with the show, on to the fun one. All right, so long and the short, and I'm not going to paraphrase with all the other things that we think we know, and I agree with a lot of those things, to be quite honest with you, but I just want to keep this simple and short and not dwell on this too long. I am no longer in the PGV, I think it's called Shill Shack now, Discord. I actually got kicked out of it, to be honest with you, and yeah, I don't know what else to say to that. It was not very kind the way it was done. I don't feel like it was right, but it is what it is. I'm not going to dwell on it because I'm moving on and doing things that I'm trying to do for the space. Others are doing things for themselves. Other than that, basically, I don't really have updates coming directly from there. I am in Manny's other Discords, which nothing's happening there. And then this new Discord has been opened up, quote unquote, by a friend of his who has a protocol, who is somehow orchestrating these payouts for us. I totally get how weird this all seems. My only guess is one of two things. Obviously, this is his way of saying it wasn't him that lost the money, or this is his way, because of lawyers' direction or whatever, whoever it is, to create an arm length distance between him and getting the funds back so that he can have some, I don't know, ability in court. I have really no clue. So basically what I've done now is I've done, you go to accounts. So when you set up the account, you're going to be asked a bunch of things. Most of them you don't have to enter in. There's little stars in the things you do. I think really the only thing I needed was name, phone number, and email. Email supposedly has to be correct, so I might set up a burner account just to be safe and to do it. Phone number, I've never needed my phone number in here. I don't think there's any point in putting a real phone number in there. And then set up two-factor authentication was the other thing that they suggested. I did have to set it up twice before it took. The first time it just didn't work. But I just deleted the old one and then put the second one in, and everything seems to be working just fine. Once you do that, you head to support ticket. You just open a support ticket, type in your addresses. My suggestion, you don't need any pictures. My suggestion is address contract. So if you had 3 or 4, in my case, I had it in 2 different Tron contracts because one of them's compromised. I had it in a USDC contract twice, and I think that was it, because I got out everything else. I had my refund. That's why this is so little. And as I said on videos back when I got my refund back, I wasn't putting more back in until he got the refunds all done. I just felt like that was the smarter thing to do because of anything can happen. But I get why other people didn't. He had refunded a couple of times. I totally get why people did what they did. And it just sucks because you put that faith into this person, and then whatever happens. So I had 200 in Tron. I had 250 in the 1K wallet challenge, and then I had 100, I think, in the USDC contract that I just kept there to hold my spot originally. And that had grown quite a bit, but I don't think there's anything here. So we're talking 3, 4, 550 basically was the total that I had in there, which looks like is what I got minus the fees that it took. So it looks like it's just principal, and you're actually technically losing. The one thing I didn't do though is that this doesn't include GemBots, so I must not have, and that's where I would suggest on your ticket, itemize everything you were in with each contract. So if you're in GemBots and USDC with the same address, I'd put your address, GemBots, and USDC. I don't know why they didn't search all of the spreadsheets for my funds, because like I said, I've lost at least $200 of my principal from if this is all I end up getting back. And it is what it is. So this is the other thing. So as much as this money is here and I've done a withdrawal, this means nothing, guys. The only way this means anything is if the withdrawal actually happens and the money ends up in my account, which it has not done yet. So no matter what, when you're going through this whole process, have zero hope. That's the worst thing about this entire thing, and the thing that pisses me off the most, to be honest with you, is the mental health that I've seen people go through, and the mental instabilities that I've seen people go through. You guys would not believe the DMs that I had with people trying to give them comfort wherever I could, to understand and try and cope with the mental illnesses they were dealing with because of the stress that they did put on themselves by making the decisions they made in their investment. And as much as it's their decisions, they made them based on information, and it sucks that they became that bullish on what Manny would do in the future because of the things he'd done in the past. And it's not a good way to invest your money, but unfortunately we all get taken by that sometimes, and it just is what it is, and it sucks. So anyways, I just wanted to give you guys that quick little synopsis, hopefully some tips if you are trying to get this done. But again, have zero hope for this happening. I don't know what will transpire here. I don't know if he has any money or if the money's gone. I know from what I understand, there's some money sitting on one of the chains of millions of dollars. I hope that he's using that to kind of make people whole, but who knows. Sorry for all those that are going through whatever you're going through with this whole situation, but really truly I'd try and just move on as best you can, find ways to win. That's what I did when I was in node season and lost a very large chunk of money, and still haven't gained it back yet, but I'm doing a really good job of gaining it back by hustling in the space, taking on different jobs in the space and earning money in the space, and trying to figure out ways. It's not through my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel makes me diddly. It's really just through modding and through doing different things for different protocols and trying to add value where I can in the space. So that's about it, guys. Hopefully I didn't make that drag on too long. I do appreciate you all, and like I said, please come on by to our blockchain after hours tonight with Hidden and I and Bill from Flex IRA. Have yourselves a great rest of your afternoon.